Have you heard us say, we say it frequently, that there is no regression, meaning there's no going back. And the reason that we emphasize that so much is because every moment that you are living, perceiving, evaluating, choosing, even when you're choosing to focus on the absence of what you want, the presence of what you want happens simultaneously. In other words, you can't know what you don't want without knowing what you do want. So you've been doing some big time, very specific, very precise choosing for longer than you've been in this physical body, and certainly since you've been here. And you've got a vibrational reality that we've named your vortex to account for that. In other words, what you want is really well known. So there is this vibrational reality that is calling you. Stay with us. This is going to make perfect sense to you. All of your power, you've heard this before from others. Some have written some powerful books about it. All of your power is now. And if you're thinking about your past, you're doing it now. If you're thinking about your present, you're doing it now. If you're thinking about your future, you're doing it now, but you're doing all of it now. So in this now, which is all you've got, now, there goes again, now, point of attraction, the field, here you are, you've got your marbles in your now, and all the other marbles that have anything to do with you are coming to you in your now. In other words, now. So, hear this. So here you are in your now, with this powerful point of attraction in your now, with your desire, hopefully, because you've been sort of catching the essence of what we've been teaching for a while, with your desire to calibrate to the whole of who you are. Because think about what it's like when you and your inner being are blended in your now. Think about the power of that attraction. You are attempting to leave your now, which your inner being never does. Your inner being never leaves your now, or our now, or the now. Your inner being is always present now. But you're going to diverge from the now that your inner being is. You're going to try to project yourself into this unknown future out there somewhere, and you're going to present some scenarios to it. And when you do, you are attempting regression, which cannot happen. You're attempting to go where your power is not, because all of your power is in the now. All of your power is in the now. That's why it is infinitely, every single time we know that it is, uncomfortable when you try to do what you're doing. When you project into the future, your inner being is responding to you in your now. When you project into your future, your inner being knows what your future is going to be, but your inner being is not offering you these reassuring words, because you don't get to experience your now until you line up with it and it manifests in your experience. Are you kind of getting that? You're attempting something that, vibrationally speaking, cannot be accomplished. Everybody's trying it, trying to get out there and predict the future or guess what the future is going to be. But why not stand in your now and feel where you are in relationship to all that you've become, and just let yourself become it? Because that becoming, that blending with your inner being that feels like future, it's not future. It's available right now. It's a vibrational equation. It's not about moving through time. It's only a vibrational equation. And so when you stop trying to figure out stuff that you can't begin to figure out, and stuff that your inner being isn't even ever going to be focused upon, and you focus in your now for that vibrational alignment, now you're blended, and now feels so good. You're not worried about the future or thinking about the future in any of those, will I be prepared or anything like that. Does that make any sense to you? And it's weird for us to say, because most people think that when we say something like there's no such thing as regression, which means you can't go back, and people will say, oh, I've gone back. I had a fortune and I lost it. I went back. And we say, no, you didn't. Losing that fortune caused you to ask for more than you've ever asked for before. And there is something in your vortex that is forward, that is more than you've ever been, that now you are in the process of moving in the direction of. There was no regression unless you didn't let yourself be a vibrational match, unless you let the experience that you live. That's how we started today, and it's how we ended the last seminar. When we said, what is it that you're using as your excuse to not let yourself have something that you want? What have you been dragging along with you that's keeping you from being calibrated to and resonant with the success that your inner being in the now knows you to be. Because regression usually feels like I'm trying to go back, and it doesn't make sense to you because you're trying to go forward. We said, yeah, but you're trying to go forward where there isn't forward, because there's only now. There's only now, and your relationship vibrationally. It's a vibrational universe that we live in. The way you watch your clock and calendar gives you a distortion. Most people say, I live in a time-space reality. It's obvious. Time ticks on and space is all around you. But if you put first, I live in a vibrational reality, and I'm a vibrational being finding resonance with another vibrational being, then you understand what we're talking about. What about just being focused in your now and looking for thoughts that feel good in the now, and knowing that that means, as long as you're maintaining your now like that, that you're open to everything that's a vibrational match to that. Why try to take yourself out of your point of now where all of your power is and do something that can't be done? Joy is the factor of success. It is. It's the factor of success. When you feel good, then you know that. And we are not encouraging you to do something or to not do something. We are not here. We have not divvied up all of human behavior and decided that this is the good stuff and this is the bad stuff. We've left that to your religions. This is deep, deep stuff. If we are having a conversation where you're not yet, hang on, it's going to be over soon. Just relax. We're not suggesting that you're not. Some of you aren't. So consider this. Balance is what we talk about all the time. And the primary balance that we are encouraging you about is the vibrational balance between you and your inner being. That what you're asking for, that your inner being now is holding as dominant focus, and that the law of attraction is supporting through cooperative components coming, is what you're focused upon. And that blending is ultimate balance. That's aligned, that's clarity, that's vitality, that's exhilaration, that's satisfaction, that's upper half of the emotional scale moments in time. It's also balance to breathe and exhale and breathe and exhale, and not do either one of those in excess. Don't breathe in a lot more than you breathe out. You'll hyperventilate and you'll pass out. Don't hold your breath. That's not good either. In other words, in and out, in and out. Don't spend more than you have. In other words, even up to your credit limit may be considered what you have, but keep yourself in balance. Don't try to cram more activity into a moment in time than the moment in time will allow. Esther explains, I shine in a crisis. Well, she can dig in, she can make a lot happen, but she doesn't have fun while she's doing it. In other words, you pushed yourself to excess while we're encouraging you to find out balance. Don't eat more than is comfortable for your body to deal with. Don't eat in excess, and then don't deprive your body. In other words, balance, 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 balance. You thrive when you're thinking in terms of balance, and you understand your balance when you let the satisfaction factor be the indicator that you are in balance. So balance, balance, balance. So you choose something that is in balance. You don't want to spend more than you can comfortably do because there are other things that matter to you. So the satisfaction factor, if you're in alignment with your inner being, you will have far more satisfaction finding balance than you would if you stress yourself, because your inner being is never asking you to do something that is out of balance with who you are. The satisfaction in the moment is about the balance that you have. What is it that you are using in your now as your excuse to not allow yourself to do so many of the things that you want to do, because you've made up your mind that it needs to be this way and this way and this way. And the reason that you've made up your mind that it has to be this way and this way and this way is because that's the way life has touched you so far. That's as far as you can think. And here it is. We love you so much. You don't trust your vortex. And the reason you don't trust your vortex, we're not saying that you don't always trust your vortex. The reason that you don't or might not be trusting your vortex is because it hasn't manifested yet, and you don't have the see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it evidence that makes you believe it. But anything that you feel enthusiastic about means that you're a vibrational match to it. And we would train ourselves through life experiences to follow that feeling of enthusiasm, not trying to overcome a feeling of deprivation. It's not something that we could write a book about and say, do these things and your life will work, because that isn't how it works. We can say, seek to feel good as much as you can and your life will get better. And so you just can't think your way through this. It will make you crazy. You can feel your way to it. You feel your way to it, you see. And so we are certain that the man that paid $92 or $90, whatever it was, $1,000 for the Taylor Swift ticket was in balance, or he would not have done it. And maybe the conversation with someone who was shortage consciousness oriented and motivated, maybe it took him into a feeling of guilt and made him feel uncomfortable about the ticket for a minute. And maybe he did go sell it. But that's calibrating to a human. That's not calibrating to the source energy that called him forward into who he is and what he wants. And so, yeah, we get it. You've been a thinker for a long, long time. You think, you reason. Reason is such a good thing, and you find logic in what you do. That's a really good way to live life. And you use your guidance system really effectively well. You use your guidance system effectively well. But we know it's hard to go. It's hard to go where manifestation doesn't show you. And your manifestation shows you birth and death. Infinite, finite, mortality, immortality. We're on a trend here. So your manifestation make you believe more in birth and death. We get that. But we don't believe in the beginning and ending of you with your birth and death. Because we see your ongoing vortex. That vortex is calling you. And if you will let it call you, you'll have just the best time right up until the time that you have that glorious experience of reemerging in the non-physical. We just want you to catch the essence of where we're going. Since there is no ending, then taking score in the moment is what goes wrong with most people. They give up too soon. They don't allow what's in their vortex to come to them, because they're looking at what is and making the decisions based upon what is rather than upon what's coming. We love you so much. You cannot joyfully anticipate what you believe is death. You don't have it in you. Your physical experience doesn't let you. You give people you hate the death penalty. If you knew what that was, you wouldn't give it to them. You do not have good feelings about death. You don't have good feelings about death. You are immortal. You are eternal beings. You are infinite beings. And there is enough abundance to keep you satisfied. Just like air is in and out and in and out and in and out, so is abundance. And there is a starvation quality to hoarding rather than accepting that there will always be enough, 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 until you can pay $92,000 for a Taylor Swift ticket, because there is always enough. And don't make us go through the hundreds of thousands of people that benefit from the income that flows into those concerts. And the IRS? Oh boy, do they like a concert like that. Because they not only get 50-ish% of everything that she makes, but of everybody that works along the way for it. In other words, you want to talk about someone who's figured out infinite well-being. You can't sort this out with your thoughts, but you can feel your way there.